Hi, Dean from Trek Camp Fish. Just inviting you all to come join us on our trip to the Gulf of Carpenteria. Please like and subscribe. We'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and it should be a bit of a hoot where we're planning to go. For those stopping in Cavendish, one of the things to do is the Settlers Walk, which takes you down around the banks of the Wannon and to the railway bridge that goes across. Just goes to show our forefathers didn't really bother about things. If there was a river, you just built a bridge and got across it. Poor old Wannon's not flowing real well up. So there is a wetlands walk on the Settlers Walk. Unfortunately, the Western Districts of Tassie, the Western Districts of Victoria are in a bit of a drought state at the moment, so the wetlands walk is a bit of a drylands walk. It would be spectacular when it's working. One of the other buildings in Cavendish is the old convict jail, built in 1862. And again, just to prove they knew how to build them back then, it's still standing. The Cavendish jail, still available for anybody who's playing up. And of course, for the woman of the day, an essential item for the kitchen was your sharpening stone. If you just nicked out the back of the house just to put an edge on the carving knife on Sunday, here was your sharpening stone. Wouldn't take too many revolutions of that bad boy to get an edge on it. Welcome to Hall's Gap and the famous Grampians. And we've just driven over those. We took the Wartook Road to Hall's Gap, which had a sign that said not suitable for caravans past this point. And I have to agree, if you've had a big van, you do not want to go that way. We were lucky because we've got the fabulous Quantum, which follows almost perfectly in the tow vehicle's tracks. Even still, it was a bit of a challenge coming up and over the Grampians, and fair to say the brakes were a bit warm by the time we got down the hill. Might have to dial the ones up on the caravan a little bit more. Just one other thing very quickly, back in Tassie we do have problems with wallabies and rabbits eating our lawns, stuff like that, but I'm going to say Hall's Gap, they got a bigger problem than we have. That is covered in water. So my darling wife has us going out from Halls Gap to the Venus Baths, which is just to the north or west of Halls Gap. We'll just go and have a little look. These are the baths, the little rock pools in this smooth rock area. Now we can see the two deer there. They'd be red deer, I reckon. They're big buggers. So end of day one in Victoria finds us at Lake Lonsdale, just north of the Grampians. Not a bad spot. You've got a dulcet tones with a couple of generators going, but no doubt they'll probably finish up. But yeah, this is us. Just pull straight in. There's a chance of rain, so I think we'll be to bed reasonably early tonight. So first night at Lake Lonsdale. What's for dinner, darling?
Soup with bits in wontons.
Explain what it is that you're concocting.
Short soup.
Short soup.
Yep.
How's that for Gucci camping food? Short soup. Put that on your list. So after the second day on the road, we stopped last night at Shepparton at our friend Joe's place, which is very handy. Thank you, Joe. And this morning we're off again. Stopped at Strathmerton for a coffee and to check out the big budgerigar. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Anyway, come and have a look. So there you go, Strathmerton. I suppose you could say home of the big budgie. Turning left onto the Kidman Way. So we've made it to Darlington Point from Shepparton. It's about 250 k's or thereabouts, so pretty easy day. And we're parked up behind the pub. There's a free camp. Obviously they like you to do the right thing, have a meal and a beer perhaps, which will be very enjoyable, I'll tell you now. The good sights, a lot of them, so if you're coming this way and tend to stay here, make sure you get here early. So packing up from the Punt pub, a couple of things about last night's stay. Trucks, make sure you're a good sleeper if you park here, because the trucks can give you a bit of grief. And also make sure that people beside you don't. So we've struck out from our overnight camp to Griffiths. Not necessarily your go-to tourist location, but we've come out to Campbell's Swamp to have a little look at the flora and fauna, hopefully spot some different birds. Go and have a Captain Cook, see what we think. So the boardwalk out in the swamp, quite an amazing facility. I don't know what we'll see, but worth a look. Well, Campbell's Swamp was a bit of a dud. The pampas grass was a bit high for viewing, but I'm sure at certain times it has a good collection of local birds. So honey, what do you get for $5 at Griffiths?
Big bag of beautiful oranges.
Leisurely morning on the Kidman Way, we find ourselves here at Hillston Caravan Park again, where we stopped last year on the way home when we picked up the van from Coffs Harbour. Good little spot, $25 a night for an unpowered site, and given our solar and our lithium, well, that's no problem for us. Good little ex-servicemen's and what is it, community club up the road. Great little meal there too, can highly recommend. So we're all out walking the birds. If we get pooped on, I'm blaming somebody. This false crocodile, honey.
Yeah, it's a chainsaurus, his name.
A chainsaurus. Oh, there. Hillston, the Desolation Park. Oh yeah. So out on the river walk. Home of the yellow belly in this river, apparently. Down throughout the Murray-Darling system. There you go. Nice if you got your own river frontage. That's how you roll in Hillston. Have your boat tied up at the backyard. Maybe we should move here from St Helens.
No.
Make sure you do that walk around the river. Quite entertaining, but just watch out for the guano from the cockatoos. A good overnight at Hillston last night at the caravan park, and off this morning heading towards Cobar. Just stopping off at the Lake Wabina walking track to have a quick look at the lake before we go. Fair to say she's a bit low. So we've made it to the Cobar RSL free camp from Hillston. It's about 250 k's. Pretty good drive on the Kidman Way, and that's our preferred way now of going north. So this is us for the night. Fair to say, beware of the buzzies. Don't go walking in bare feet. But there's a toilet, and by the look of it, the RSL next door, we might be able to get a beer later. Cheers.